So, Kathy, in normal nerd fashion, should we just tease them with our voices while the stream will start soon?
Oh, I
Continues.
like that idea. That's mean.
Oh,
Oh,
that
do I?
is mean. Oh, Kathy disappeared. What happened? Kathy, no! Well, hi everyone. I'm waiting for Kathy to come back. Kathy's back. It's like a normal show. I
It's
love this.
perfect. All right, shall we hop on?
I think we shall. Where are the buttons? Buttons. Is that a is that a thing? Hello, friends.
Hello,
Hi.
friends. Big hug. We're so excited that you're here and hanging out with us.
Let me push the buttons. I'm here.
Yay.
So many people here. Voices. The people that know. Hello, Kate. Hello, Maddie. Hello, Jumbo. This is awesome. Like we
I'm
can't see
so
y'all.
excited.
This is like that feeling of when we do the live recording and everyone like starts saying hi and we're like hi everyone da 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 da
Yes.
like except for we still can't see them, so it's
I know, but
so
that's okay
wild.
because they're here in our hearts, including No Grass Will Grow, who's not a Conduit regular, but we're excited that you're here to hang out
No
with
grass
us.
will grow. Hello, welcome to the oh it's not the show, this is just our normal
This is not the
usual witty
show.
banter.
Yes.
um
And
of
thank you for my headphones. They
this is
are Razor Kitties with an added unicorn,
here we go.
attached
So
microphone, for extra fanciness.
I
Wonderful,
feel like that's
Joshua.
Railsy.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes. I know this is
So,
fun.
since we have a couple of people who aren't Conduit regulars, let's take a moment, I guess, to introduce ourselves and kind of talk about what we're doing and I guess what we're doing it for. So, Kathy, so I can tab off of this screen safely, why don't you go first?
All right. I'm Kathy Campbell. I am a business unicorn and podcaster. And along with Jay, we do Conduit, which is a podcast about life, productivity, and how you combine the two together. And one of the things that we do is talking about kind of putting the connection of like how we're doing things, putting the time into it, and getting things done, not trademarked TM. Please don't sue me. So our idea was to have this co-working time where we can join together and kind of work on projects together but apart. So that's the plan.
Yeah. And as people who do listen to the show will know, we tend to love spoiling things and giving out secrets and hints and all of those things. Yes, there was a question: am I still in Pen Addict Land? I am. I am in secret remote location, aka the Pen Addict headquarters of the world. And yeah, Kathy introduced me kind of as well. I'm Jay. In my day job, I do developer stuff, and I get to go on stage and give talks to people. So I think that's a little bit about who we are, but and I play with snakes. Apparently, that's the other thing.
Yep.
But we want to talk about what we're here for, which is Relay FM. Switch on
Switch on.
for St. Jude, and this is live. This is where we're at now. 181,000 plus dollars raised for St. Jude. This is going to be so much fun. By the way, if you want to donate, Kathy, do we have our campaign link? Do we have your campaign link? Because I
Yeah, we
need
have
to
my
add that.
campaign link. I thought I sent it to you, but clearly I did not, and that is on me. Um,
This is how the show
but
goes
help.
normally too, except for I'm the one that forgets to send things.
It's fine. Share the link. Here we go. Do you want me to private chat it to you? Can you
Well,
put it
yeah, private
places?
chat,
Right.
public chat. Oh no, I pushed a button.
Well, see, the
Um,
thing is the reason that I disappeared at the beginning was because I'm not logged in, which means I can't actually chat.
I
Yeah.
see, I see.
And so I was like, oh, I'll
So
log in. And then no. It don't let me log in.
So we don't have the best link possible because it's all long and stuff, but I'm going to leave that up for a bit. If you want to donate, you totally can, and I can also bring that back up from time to time. So if you would like to donate, you can donate to Kathy's campaign. Kathy gets a nice little placemat if you do. It has some faces on it.
It's a desk mat, not a
Oh,
placemat.
I mean,
Just.
I feel
I
like a
mean, I
desk
could
mat
have
could
it.
be.
I could put it on the table. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that and scare my child.
Yep, and sorry, Tony, I don't have any of the fancy StreamYard stuff. We're not, or not even StreamYard, the little, I forgot what it's called, like the OBS tool stuff for the donate button. So I'm just gonna keep popping that up from time to time. But we have some people. Right now it's 4 o'clock where I am. We have some folks that are. I think they said like, oh, it's 9 o'clock there. So yeah, if you want to, you can shout out about whereabouts you're coming from and I understand some people are also traveling. Please don't watch us while you're driving. You can listen, that
No,
would be
definitely
great,
not.
but don't watch. But we're going to be doing a co-work, which, if this goes well, and if there are enough people on board, maybe we'll do more of these in the future outside of the Relay FM Switch On
Switch on.
campaign for St. Jude. I feel like there should be like a like save on or like help on or charity on, donate on something for the St. Jude campaign, but
Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll put that in our to be done things maybe.
yes. So all of that to say, we're doing this one as a test, but also to see how people enjoy it, and if they do enjoy it, it could be a thing that happens in the future. But that being
Oh
said,
no.
this is a co-work. I don't really have any like full on rules for the co-work other than let's have fun with this.
Yeah,
Um,
so I'm gonna jump in though and fight you and
okay.
nicely and say we're gonna work for 25 minutes and then we're gonna have a 5 minute off. And because this is Conduit, we're gonna have our connections, which is our goals, ideas, are what we're gonna work on during that moment. So take a little couple moments to just kind of think about what you want to work on for the next 25 minutes. We will obviously still be here talking, chatting, whatever. As you can see on the fancy little sign that Jay made, I'm going to be doing a brain dump. Obviously, it's not going to take a full 25 minutes to brain dump, but that's what I'm going to work on to start with. Yes, Matt, you have to work. Okay, not really, but it could be fun to work together.
I,
So
I
sorry,
think
Maddie B.
I think that's the whole point of a co-working. Which, by the way, for those that aren't familiar with co-working, this is us just doing work with each other, hanging out and having fun. And there's supposed to be music playing, but Jay couldn't get the music playing thingy to work properly, so we're going to have to just chill with our own voices and have a good time. Maybe we'll just talk to each other while we're working.
Yeah, that
Except for Kathy
works.
will be brain dumping.
I mean,
So
no, I can do that at the same time. We'll chat. Matt, how about you work on your pegboard in your
oh,
office? Since right now in the Discord, we have a kind of ongoing desk roasting option. So we've all seen Matt's desks. We know how bad the pegboard is. So you can work on that. Just
and
saying.
and you might be wondering how all these people know each other and how they're all talking about the things that they're doing. A lot of this also comes from being a Relay FM member. I know we're not necessarily promoting that as much today, but if you aren't a Relay FM member and you want to be, there is a link right there where you can join and become a member. And then you can also join in on all of the desk shaming. Oh, I'm sorry, not shaming. Desk
Roasting.
desk roasting. But if you are, or whether you are or not, we don't really care about that today. We care about helping the fine folks over at St. Jude. They didn't give us anything to read, so
Yeah.
I think we're just
Listen to
saying,
an episode of Conduit.
yeah, listen to one of our podcast
Yeah.
episodes. We talk about it a lot.
Yes.
And we also have some people, yeah, people saying, hey, yo, how's it going? How's it going? Right now, everybody is talking about the things that they're going to get done this next challenge here. Getting
Oh,
ready for bed. That is actually a great co-working
yes. Oh,
project.
I love that.
We're
Are
going to be
you gonna do some
going.
skincare, hydrate, take your heart rate down, do some breathing, something like that. I love that.
And I know that we're going to be going for an hour and a half, but I think if you complete all of the prep for bed, just listen to us in the background. Hopefully,
Yeah,
we won't be too loud.
we'll see.
And thank you so much. I think I know that panda. It's
Yeah,
the
I think that's
only
our
panda in the world I like.
the one true James. Yes, the only the only panda you like. So special. Shall we? It seems like people are starting to figure out kind of what they're going to be working on. Shall we get started?
Yes, I didn't mention before, I have a conference I'm speaking at in a few days. I have to finish the slides for that. So, in this first co working session, I am going to be working on that. So, that being said, we're going to disappear. What you're going to see is this. And if you want to donate, your donations will pop up on the screen as people start donating to this campaign. If you use that link, if you don't use the link, it won't pop up. But it will pop up on the screen. People will be able to see that you made a donation to help out St. Jude during this campaign. And then also, you can keep an eye on the timer too. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth, so if people want to just send eyes emojis in the process, maybe that'll catch my attention as the timer gets closer to the end. Yeah, and in the famous words of Matt, yeah, help out the kids at St. Jude and Kathy get that cursed desk mat.
Yep.
So
Get me that desk mat. Um, do we want to have our faces up so we can have faces or not?
I think we want the timer up because the timer
Okay.
is probably the most important thing.
Okie dokie. Let us know what you think if you
Yeah.
want faces or timers. But either way, let's get started, shall we?
We shall. So the first, it's going to be a 25-minute timer, and then we're going to take a break, rest our eyes, stretch, do all that stuff, and we shall start right now.
Feel free to put your own music on in the background because
I am
we.
actually going to do that, and actually that might be my sub challenge here is see if I can get the music working.
There you go.
But I'm also afraid of like blasting everyone's eardrums out, so I'm going to lower this a little
All
bit.
right.
And I don't know if you can hear that. Can you, Kathy?
Not really.
You hear nothing. Okay. It also doesn't help that the music player actually doesn't have a volume knob, which is
Oh, that's
really weird.
strange.
Luckily, we have other apps for that. So wait, Kathy, normally I don't get to talk to you midweek, and this is almost a week since our last episode. So how has your week been going?
Oh, it's been very, very special. We spent a lot of time in doctors' locations. Ryan has been my husband who had a stroke in 2010 and is not able to use the right side of his body. Currently, his left wrist is causing significant issues, like pain on a scale like 9 or 10. Um, so we have been dealing with that because, of course, it's his only working hand. So he can't do things like get out of bed. Unfortunately, he is not feeling better. But the good news is we got an ultrasound done, so it's not a blood clot, which was a real concern that we were nervous about. Um,
Mm,
and it's not bone infection, blood infection, or carpal tunnel, possibly. So have an MRI scheduled for 2 days from now. Until then, he's on narcotics, which is not ideal, but it lets him not scream in pain. So I'll take it. we're working through it, but we have a pattern in the timing down now, which is always anytime anyone has taken any sort of pain meds and stuff, you know how important it is to get on that right schedule. So we're finally hitting the schedule, doing good. First week of school is done. Tiny Soup loves school. Anyone who doesn't know, Tiny Soup is my 13-year-old kid who is not very tiny at all. In fact, they're probably taller than a lot of people in the chat, which is kind of interesting to think about.
I just want to throw out there, Kathy, I still have music playing in my ears,
Oh my
and it
gosh.
matches so well with just how soothing, like you just telling the story. I'm like, it's like little acoustic guitar. So
Oh,
that's what I'm going to suggest
nice.
other folks do is if you can't hear music from us because Jay broke something, then I would say just do that. Just go find you some music and relax listening to Kathy talk about her day.
That sounds pretty great. Thank you, homie coder. Uh, we're hanging in there for sure. What about you, Jay?
It's been interesting. As I mentioned to folks, I think in the last episode, we're spending the entire month outside of my office, and I'm now in Georgia hanging out with family, and then also moving into, I guess, getting ready for this conference that I'm speaking at on Thursday. So I forgot how bad my family's internet was. It is definitely a feeling of like, oh, I can't just sit here and be a recluse and just focus on work and stuff. Like I have to like call into meetings and do other things because of poor internet connections when I'm not at the World Pen Addict headquarters where the internet is better.
Thank goodness for Brad.
Yeah, I tried to convince Brad to make a guest appearance. However, so I learned this is what you really come for. You come to learn all the tea on the Relay FM hosts. Brad is like a pro pickleball player.
What?
So Brad's got like all of this. He's like, yeah, I can. I've got like a pickleball match tonight. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. That's a thing. That's a thing that we're doing.
Wow. Amazing.
I'm expecting people to go now and be like, what's the best pen to use for scoring pickleball matches?
Right? That would be amazing. Oh, good. Kate says that they talked about it on the live stream.
The question, am I going to be on Pen Addict on Wednesday? The answer is probably not. Again, I'm going to be in Atlanta. So, and I think they actually recorded Pen Addict earlier today, and I wasn't here when that happened. So I don't think I will be, but there is a chance I will be appearing in an upcoming some live streams and stuff. And I'm gonna try to get Brad on a live stream, and who knows, maybe we'll have Brad on the next episode of Conduit.
That's my goal. I enjoy hanging out with Brad. Okay. How are your slides coming, Jay?
I'm still trying to figure out how wavelength works, so I've already wasted 10 minutes on that. I'm just going to tell people to find some music and play that music in their own ears and listen to us, and it will work. I'm actually not sure why it isn't working though. Which I mean, Kathy, you know me. You know, like the second it's like it's supposed to work,
Right.
that's it's not going to get. We're not
No.
going to make it
No,
until we get that far.
it's not gonna do it. Well, the fun part is it seems like my music might be coming out of my computer even though I have it set to be my headphones. That's weird.
Yeah, I wish that I was smart enough to have installed Loopback and then just run
Loop
Loopback through
back.
it, but yeah, I totally forgot.
That's okay.
And I tried Wavelink and Wavelink isn't waving or linking. So, you know what?
Good job, Ryan. Wait. Oh, you couldn't hear my music? Okay, let me try again. Can you hear it now? No? I'm guessing not. Sweet.
I can kind of hear it, but it's not.
I think it might just be like it was pretty loud in my headphones, which is why I
Oh,
thought it was coming through the computer speakers, but got
that's
a little
okay.
Claire de Lune going.
Oh, nice. I am using my Epidemic Sound worst company name on the planet. But
Listen, we don't judge company
I
names.
mean, Epidemic Sound in 2022
That's true. That's true. But when did they start the company?
before 2020.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
there you go.
But I think it was like 2019. Just squeezed it in.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I am listening to the painting and drawing playlist that they have, which is super relaxing and has kind of been my go to for a while.
That's good.
Shocking that they couldn't see the future. I love it.
They were busy on technology futures, not like real future technology,
Exactly.
maybe something like that. I don't know. That's trying a little hard.
So I
Trying a
did
little.
mention to Kathy, I am kind of cheating with my I must finish my slides because I'm only down to the last slide.
Yeah, but right now you still haven't finished it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong at all.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do very soon.
Save it for the break.
I'm gonna take a break. Like I'm gonna wait for the break, not take a break. That was wrong. But see. This is why I love brain dumping. Like because you start putting everything out of your head onto the list, and then there's more room in your brain. And so there's more thinking that can happen, which means that you can write it down.
So I'm just gonna make the assumption that not everybody here knows what a brain dump is. So can you
Oh,
how do you go about brain dumping? Like, do you have like a special notebook? Do you use like index cards? Do you just do it on a scratch sheet of paper? Like, what are your tools for brain dumping?
yeah, I used to like just put it on scraps of paper and like whatever I could do, but right now I put it in I use my iPad mini at my desk. My iPad mini is my desk iPad. Um, and I open up Good Notes because it's just a single page as opposed to most things in Notability spread out, mainly because I end up using this brain dump and then I'll remove everything or remove most of the things that have been taken care of or like don't need to be dealt with anymore. Um, and so the trick of a brain dump and the purpose of it is to get everything that's in your brain out of your head. So you're not thinking about it anymore. So putting it on paper, you can type it, you can voice memo, whatever way works best for you. By acknowledging it and recognizing it, whatever is in your brain, you can then let it go. So I've put down a whole bunch of things on my list that I know need to happen, but I haven't been able to get around to doing it. And so in the future, I will be able to then have these things to go through and do it. Some of them take 3 seconds, but other things will take a lot longer. But either way, they're getting listed so that I can make tasks or not tasks or whatever's needed.
That's awesome. I My brain dumps tend to just be I don't think about it. I just grab whatever's near me and just start writing stuff down. And then when I'm done, I look at it and then I throw it all away and I go, this was horrible.
Right. So the nice thing about these brain dumps is that there isn't any sense of permanence, which is like why I really don't like to do a brain dump in a notebook. By doing it in this, like, what is it, ethereal, ephemeral moment of just a single page in GoodNotes that I erase when I'm done, I don't have to worry about like keeping it because I don't care. I don't need to
Hmm.
know what's in my head. I don't need to refer back to it. I don't need to like pull that list because if it still hasn't gotten done, it will get done. Like it'll come out of the brain dump again if I didn't do anything with it before. So,
I just realized why I think this is such a like a conduit type thing to do, just this co-working thing. Just the looking at the conversation in the chat as I'm changing the color of text from purple to white or a lighter shade of purple. Like I'm watching other people talk and kind of share what they're doing and share how the stuff that I'm doing relates to the stuff that they're doing. And to me that is such a an interesting feel, like an interesting, I don't even know what the full word is it like that, like togetherness while also not being together, that parasocial relationship that we have is vibe. Oh yeah,
yes.
that word,
Yes,
vibe.
Skylar. The
Yep, vibe.
vibes are good, right? That's what the kids say.
Yeah. And I've done co-working before, which was kind of where one of the ideas came from of like, oh, just getting on a call with someone. But I think in some ways when you're doing like body doubling or co-working or whatever, I think the person on the other side is just as important. And I mean, for me, like I get to do a non co-working call with Kathy
Yeah.
like every other week. I should probably not be working when we're recording Conduit.
No, please don't.
But at the same time, I'm able to, just be chatting and have those moments. And, getting to see people talk in the chat and hang out and it be the same people that we normally record live with. I think that just feels great. It's like it's such a cool feeling of like, oh, I get to check in with my friends every 2 weeks, and then like now it's like, oh, I get to check in with them even while I'm working, even if that does mean that a part of my brain is occupied with reading chat, like Soph saying, body doubling is the greatest. If anyone hasn't tried Focus Mate, it's amazing, and especially if you don't have people to body double with. Like being able to share these kinds of resources and things. Isn't this why we did Conduit to begin with?
Yeah. Yeah. That's it exactly. Letting everyone know that they're not alone. Everyone has hard times, but there's also things you gotta do to get done, to live your life, to survive, to make your money and whatnot. And I love that this community that we've built has is so special to me. It's so incredible. I love doing Conduit. I love talking to my buddy Jay. I love talking to the listeners. I love everybody, but that's how that is. I always love everyone.
Yeah, and it's awesome because we have folks that we don't normally get to talk with, which is so great. And then I also see people in chat talking to each other, which is
Yes.
so cool. Like that's just cool in itself. Of like, oh hey, people who get to hang out with each other normally in like a chat get to like join us in this live moment, and the conversation continues. But then also you get to mix that in with people who aren't normally a part of the chat and join with us as well,
Yeah.
and even share resources. Like I think like between like Soph and because they don't have their actual name in here, I'm gonna just say RHL underscore and
That's
Tony.
Kate.
Well, I wasn't sure if I was
Oh.
supposed to say it or
Oh,
not.
gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good call.
Like they're talking about like leaflet design and these moments of like sure body doubling and just making sure that you get things done when you want to get them done is totally a cool thing, but I'd never thought of using, Canva to do something like that as a template for leaflet design. Uh, and like it's cool because it's like resource sharing, but also like if you don't want to take a part of that, you can just listen on. You can just
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah, when designing things, I love using Canva as a starting place, or I'll also go to Pinterest and see what Pinterest has for ideas to be able to find the style that I'm looking for. Um, but Canva is great because you can literally just take it and use it how it is, so you don't have to build anything, and there's no shame in using. You don't need to reinvent the wheel to have it be a good design.
Yeah.
Like, don't turn around and sell that design as a design, maybe. But other than that, yeah, use it.
So I am going to admit to cheating and doing a little bit of roboism magic for my slides
Oh
because I totally used crayon to come up with images for some of my slides
my
instead of
goodness.
looking for stock photos.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I was like, I need some sponges. Let me just type in like everyday kitchen sponge, enter, and then let it
Amazing.
let it just auto generate one that I know I have permission to use because of conversations that have come up before and might show up on Roboism,
Yep.
the show about robots and isms, but mostly robots.
And tech in there too.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yes, Tony, as a design, absolutely. Like, you can use it as for client stuff. Absolutely. Being able to support them in what they need without having to spend hours and hours on a design.
The question is Crayon an AI art generating program? Yes, it is the original Dolly Mini. They branded it to be called Crayon, and then they threw ads on it to make money. Which, I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's CRAIYON, and I don't know what the URL is there, but
I think a Google search would work.
yeah, probably. I wanted to use like Stable Diffusion because it has like some really cool features, but then I realized that I was going to be playing with Stable Diffusion and not working on my slides.
It's like you had a unicorn in your head going, Jay, is that the best option?
I will say that having now worked with Kathy for like over a year,
Oh my goodness.
just like on this show, I definitely have a unicorn like on my shoulder now. Anytime I'm going to do something, it's like, oh wait, would the business unicorn of the internet approve of doing this right now?
And listen, I will always approve if it's something in your heart that you want
I
to
can't
do.
believe I did that. Like I literally like clicked off of the screen right as there was a donation. So I'm gonna say
Oh
thank you
no!
for donating. But I was like right there. Oh, that's all. That's
Oh
horrible. I'm so sorry. If you were
man,
the one
come
that
on.
donated, well, thank you.
Well, let me look. Let's
Diffusion
see.
bee. Okay.
Thank you, Joshua.
Thank you, Joshua, for the donation.
All
So we've
right.
got 3 minutes left for those that are just listening and doing things. Maybe you're doing laundry, or I think we had someone at the beginning say they were getting ready for bed. Um, just we're gonna be doing a check-in. That means I gotta hurry up and take the next 3 minutes to actually like, okay,
Do
look
your
at this, look at
slide.
this, look at this. It all looks good. I think I can just say my slide. Oh no, they're not done. I definitely have one more slide that I need to add.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yes, Ryan, fold your laundry. Good call. And practicing your lock picking. Amazing.
I think that's another interesting topic is that like sometimes giving yourself the accountability to just do the things that you want to do, not even the things that you need to do. I
Yeah.
think that's a great resource for that's a great usage of co-working.
Ooh, how to write circular Gallifreyan. That's cool. That's very 2012 too.
I like it. I feel bad. Should I? So I'm giving a talk about ADHD and like how it affects people in tech, and I really want to just use like, oh hey, here's a resource. It's called Conduit. You should totally listen to
I
it.
mean, yeah. You should definitely drop it in there.
Yeah, I mean we talk about it enough, so
Yep.
it's definitely there.
Well, and
Practicing lockpicking is so awesome.
I love, I mean, lockpicking lawyer is just a great YouTube.
This is the lockpicking lawyer. I'm
Oh,
afraid
I
to do
didn't
that because
do my friend Relay FM
you didn't do
thing
the
at
From
the
Relay
start.
FM.
No, that's fine.
from
It's fine.
from Relay FM. This is Conduit
This is
Co-working.
still Conduit Coworking. Probably shouldn't sing along to the music that's playing, huh?
I mean, again, I keep forgetting because I have music in my ears too. So it's like, oh, if I start singing too, also I don't know if that browser is going to make any noise. I hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're all gonna be like,
Ah!
okay, I've got what 45 seconds left. Let's do it. Let's do it. Resources. I'm on the last slide. Resources. This one. And this one.
25, 24, 23, 22.
Maybe I'm just gonna delete that slide in general. There we go. And just say,
I mean,
"Hey,
that's one way
thanks."
to do it. You finish the
I finish it by
slides
just
by
removing it.
removing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
And we're done. Woo! From
Wow, that's awesome. Oh, go ahead, Kathy. Do it. Do the
okay,
thing.
ready? From Relay FM, it's Conduit Co-working break time. Woo! Except you can't see my video of my
Hold
arms
on.
going.
We're coming back.
Ready?
There we are.
Woo!
We're back.
I've got the blowy 2-man arms going because that's my default for when I'm very excited.
wacky inflatable arm flailing
Yes.
tube man.
Good job, Tony, sending your email. That's impressive.
Yeah,
Very proud of
if you did a thing, share the thing that you did in that time. I think that is this is probably
Yeah,
a good thing.
yeah.
See, this is the problem with this is
Ooh, yes.
oh
Yes.
no.
So here's the thing. So it's actually like, yes, that if you're in a super high, like heavy focus mode, don't do a Pomodoro. However, if you are in a heavy hyper focus mode and you're doing a Pomodoro, I've found that it actually ends up helping because I don't get too hyper focused and forget to do things like eating or drinking or anything like that. So having this moment to break, get a snack, get some water, something like that, it can actually reset my mind. And I actually have trained myself to get better into, like, slide into the hyper focusing on the project that I'm working on a little bit better. So but who knows? Everyone's different. Everybody's different.
Oh, no, there was a question about FocusMate and are we gonna have live app updates?
Are we gonna have live P-Calc? Live dice? the important things. Ooh, does this mean that the stickers are released in the real non um, um, beta there? James.
Which stickers are we talking? Oh, we're talking about James's stickers.
James's stickers. But if
Okay.
you want Conduit stickers, we've got Conduit stickers too, and they're for sale.
So I wanted to share just one slide
Okay,
of my
fine.
presentation just to prove that I did do a presentation, and I'm going to share this one because it is hilarious. It is our conduit sticker. So
Yes. I love it. Ooh, we should set up a redirect URL for. Didn't we buy? Okay, I'm real quick.
go buy some
I'm
flippingstickers.com.
I am adding a URL redirect for our shop to my list.
Okay. I love it. Okay, so that being said, we're going to take the next 5 minutes or so. We're going to stretch. We've done, 25 minutes of working, a lot of work of focusing, and we're going to do it on camera, and we're going to hopefully give people Kathy, did you have some stretch stuff that you wanted to do?
Yeah, so we looked at possibly getting a yogi to come and join us, and unfortunately that didn't work. But stay tuned, maybe in the future. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll even have that yogi on Conduit to talk about some of the things that people who tend to hyper focus on things can do to help.
Yeah. All right. So one of the things that I've unfortunately had a lot of experience with is like upper neck shoulder space. So I want everyone to lift your shoulders up really high, hold them, and then relax. And we're going to do it 2 more times. Lift and relax. 1 more. Lift and relax. All right, and now let's have you tilt your head to one side. Oh. And you're going to take the hand that's on the side that your head is facing and lift it over on your ear. I'll do my headphone ear. Oh, it feels good. And if you need a deeper stretch, take your other arm and put it behind your back. And that should pull right down here. All right, we're going to switch to the other side. Tilt your head and your ear. I'm going to do a little bit deeper. Oh my goodness. Oh, gosh, that feels so good. And I know it feels good and it should feel good. And yet I don't do it often enough. So thanks for the reminder how good stretching is. So, oh, yeah, you can switch back. I'm just going to continue to do a couple other little light stretches, crossing my arms over. And then we're going to do some wrist stuff. So I don't know about you, Jay, but I'm on my computer a lot. And using my hands and my wrists, which means that I tend to get like overuse things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you putting your hands together and making figure 8s, and then, oh, I don't know if you've heard that, but that popped.
My mic was muted when my neck popped, and it was like a very loud, audible pop.
Oh, yeah. So fingers back. Then you're going to switch and make sure you do the other way too. And so I put my hands down and I put my arm out to push it, to stretch it a little bit more. Well, yes, Soph, I am doing a lot of stuff with computers right now. Thank you for noticing. If you would like a shirt, I don't know if the campaign is still going on Rec Diffs, but go to relay.fm/RD and see if the link to the merch stuff is still there. Hey Jay, do you think it's okay? I'm gonna turn on my AC.
Yeah.
And we're not recording, so it's okay. But it's really muggy here because we actually got rain last night, which
Yeah, no,
means
sounds
the air
fine.
is thick. That sounds okay. Okay, good because I was starting to melt.
Oh man, I got to Georgia in the middle of a flash flood warning.
Oh my gosh!
That was wild.
No, Tony, we're using StreamYard.
Yes, we are stream yarding, which by the way, quick update on the campaign. We're still at 181, 225,
That's not.
97. That's nope, that's
Oh,
wrong.
maybe no. I guess that could be right. I don't know.
I can refresh. When I
Oh yeah,
refresh,
no, it
that's
is
what it
right.
says.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Sorry,
So
my
yeah,
bad.
we've been out here raising money, and we talk about why we do this, but I know we have a couple of people that are not, as my phone starts ringing, um, some people that are not a part of the Relay FM Switch On
Switch on.
community. So this might be the first time you're hearing about this. Again, we don't have the read in front of us, but I do know that uh, St. Jude has been working for. Oh, there we just got a. Oh, we missed it.
Roll.
We just missed. I just missed it again.
Oh my gosh.
I need to add the campaign thingy over here. Uh, who was that? Ro that just donated.
Yes, they just donated $50.
Ro, thank you so much for the donation. By the way, if you want to do that again so that the banner pops up, I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we were raising money for St. Jude. Relay FM, switch on the company that Conduit the show is a part of, the network. That's the word. I can't
There you
words
go.
right now. For the last 4 years, we've been raising money for for St. Jude
There you
to
go.
help with their campaign, which their goal, their quote unquote end game is that no child on the planet dies from cancer. And they've done so much to improve those numbers every single year. And I feel like Kathy is doing something behind the scenes. I see the eyes moving.
I know.
Uh,
I got it. You ready?
you
You
got
ready?
it? Okay, I'm gonna put it
Let's
back on.
go.
Okay, you go ahead. You do the thing.
All right, since opening its doors in 1962, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital has grown in size and capabilities for one special reason. They believe that children all over the world deserve the same chance at survival. Treatments developed at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital have helped increase the overall childhood survival rate from 20% to more than 80%. While tremendous strides have been made, 1 in 5 children diagnosed in the U.S. will not survive. Globally, the numbers are shockingly reversed, with 4 in 5 children in some developing countries not surviving at all. Limited access to high quality, affordable medicines and the financial burden of research and care are hallmarks of the childhood cancer challenge that many developing countries face. And so, Cancer Awareness Month is an opportunity for us to come together in the fight against childhood cancer. Together, we can make a big impact.
So, we have Stress Panda. Thank you so much for the
Oh, thank you,
donation.
James.
Thank you. So I've told this story on the show before, but again, I don't think everybody
Are you
listening
going to put
now.
a face on?
I'll put a face on, sure.
I'm just saying.
So we have a friend of the family who their daughter was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 2, and this is really hard for me personally because as someone else just donated, I can't, it won't, it's gone. Rose, stop.
Oh my gosh.
I can't tell the story and have it on the screen at the same time. But thank you so much, Ro, for donating.
Oh my gosh.
Next time I start to see it pop up, I'm just gonna immediately flip over so people can see it on the screen. Um, but yeah, not to be too much, but we actually just celebrated my daughter's 4th birthday. So in this moment, as I'm thinking about what would happen if all of a sudden life changed drastically, and I don't know how I would be able to handle that. But one of the things that I do know is St. Jude does so much for those families who are already going through so much in that moment. You know, they will provide housing, they will help you move. You don't have to, everything is free. You don't get a medical bill. You can spend that time focusing on your little one. And sadly for me, and for my friend, um, they weren't able to help the little girl. And it is a really sad moment, but it gave them the ability to have more time with their little one, more time not focusing on the stresses of dealing with that, plus medical bills, plus doctor's visits, plus everything else, plus having to move your child out, and maybe you can't go with them. There's a lot of things involved that just make it really, really hard to imagine what that would be like. So when I think of St. Jude's goal of never again that moment happening, I really believe that they are actively working towards that. And until they get there, they're doing everything in their power to at least give those parents more time and more opportunities with their young one. And, I know that the family was appreciative of that because ultimately they stayed. They wound up actually staying in Memphis, and now they want to contribute and volunteer and donate some of their time to St. Jude as well. So, not
Yeah.
everybody can do that, but we can at least do our part. And I'm not gonna lie, I bought a new phone this past weekend, so I know that for me, like, I thought about that too. And as I wanted to shop for a phone and do all those other things, I was then able to also stop and go, wait, let me first make sure that I'm giving something back to
Yep.
to St. Jude and seeing what they're doing and supporting them as well. Um, I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm being all sappy. So
That's okay. So let's talk about something not sad, which is well, I guess kind of sad because we still are raising money for kids with cancer. But overall, we're going to have a little bit of fun because this Friday, from 12 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, is going to be the Relay FM Switch On Podcastathon, September 16th,
yay!
twitch.tv/Relay FM. Come and hang out with Mike and Steven as they spend 8 hours together performing for our entertainment as money comes in. Yeah, Sky, okay, look. The answer is no, but
I
only
missed it.
because that is what I realized that I'm going to work on in this next Pomodoro thing is put together, like go through the amazing questions that you all have pulled together and donated. I'm so happy you have made this less stressful. So now I'm going to go through the questions. And that's going to be my project in this next little time frame thing. So thanks, Sky, for bringing it up.
Yeah, so if you want to hang out with some of the folks, that's the link there, twitch.tv/RelayFM. There's going to be a bunch of fun. I've been told there are stickers, there are
Screensavers by our
screensavers.
favorite panda.
There is there not a bubble house. What's that thing called?
A broom.
A baroom.
A
Yeah, there's gonna
ballroom.
be a
I
ballroom.
don't know. Stay tuned. But
Yeah.
let's just say the people at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital are very excited for us.
Oh
And
man.
they have a lot of exciting things.
I heard last
that-
year they smashed a computer just in pure excitement of all the things that are happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be great. Shall we work on some projects?
I think we shall work on some projects.
I know, Kate, there's a lot of fact checking to do.
All right, so we're gonna go back to the scene. Kathy, what is it that you would like to be accomplishing in this next Pomodoro that we have?
In this next chunk of time, I am going to begin the curation of the amazing questions that have been submitted.
Okay, I'm just gonna say questions
Perfect.
for podcast thon. On. There we go. Hopefully that's still on the
It's
screen.
close enough.
Okay.
What about you? What are you going to work on?
Um, well, since my slides are now done, there is another show that I do every Friday, and we have been working on getting stuff moved over to its not its own channel, but its own like coding space thing. And I'm going to work on creating the issues that we need to track to make that a reality. And I need to also be typing this, so I'm going to say. I can't type. There we go. All right. And take this moment if you're in the chat hanging out with us, let us know what you're doing. So I also have time to reset the timer.
Yes. Good
Okay,
call.
I reset the timer. That was fast.
Hooray! You are a professional.
Yep, I can do it. I can click a button.
Woohoo! Click, click the button. Click, click the button. Yeah.
Okay, we've got a couple. I'm done designing. More of a writer. I'm going to write more notes for tomorrow. Is the book launch tomorrow? Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
I'm
So
excited.
excited. Oh, a 15-minute IMAS sounds amazing. I did one yesterday right before we filmed the Family Feud that will be played on Podcastathon, which y'all are not ready for the Family Feud that's coming out on Friday.
And then Maddie says that they are working on the next batch maybe batch of
Batch.
Zettelcast and files, notes on Swift UI that aren't linked yet. Have fun.
Ooh, Sky Rubik's cubes. That sounds
R-
fun.
Rubik's
Rubik's.
cube. It's and I think Chris is just going to be. He's just
Yeah.
hi. That's okay.
Batch. Perfect. Shall we get started then?
Yep.
And I agree. So Jana's bedtime routine, it sounds super relaxing.
Oh yes. Get spelunking. Oh yep. I am creating the gyms in which other people will spelunk. So all right. Well, I'm gonna start the timer and we will resume.
Sweet. All right, Ryan, fold that laundry.
I was trying to see if I could get it to start like right on the minute, but a minute
Yeah,
early is fine.
it's fine.
Folding laundry. There we go. I like it. I like it. Working on weekly planning and email cleanup while I wait for the car's tires to get replaced. They're multitasking.
Ooh.
And it's the good kind of multitasking where you're not doing two things at once. You're doing a thing while another thing is happening.
Yeah.
Working on some code to give back to streamers has really helped you. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I feel like you're gonna really be helpful in terms of like Hacktoberfest, which the people that know. Hacktoberfest is definitely a thing that we tend to think about around October. Speaking of giving back, Kathy,
Yes.
what? I got a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
What has been your favorite revelation that has come out of doing Conduit?
Ooh. Um, Probably that I have ADHD. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean that happened. You did the test and everything.
Yeah. And it's been a heck of a journey, and I am like it, the help that it's done to assist me in being able to do the things in my life that need to get done has just been incredible, especially because I also now have anxiety that I didn't have before, which makes me wonder if possibly my ADHD either came along, like if I've always had it, but I was able to hide it more because I didn't have the anxiety going along with it. And then after I gave birth in 2018, when I had postpartum anxiety, that after 2 years it transitioned to regular anxiety, wondering how that balanced out. So I'm not sure what the journey is, but either way, I currently have anxiety and ADHD. So go me.
Go you. I think that's definitely a challenge of, and I was again my talk being on ADHD was like I've been reading a lot about this. Um, oh, this is such a good, anything that messes with dopamine like anxiety or PTSD can affect your ADHD. Absolutely. And people just kind of like, this is the thing that I think people love about Conduit is just kind of, we're living and like sharing life as it's happening.
Yeah.
Like that's, I forget about that sometimes. And the one thing I think that I can't forget about is the amazing awesomeness that has just been, I guess, me fighting my ADHD to like not pick up another thing. You know, the effect boredom, the boredom effect, or as I would think of
Yeah.
it as. To me, that's been the biggest challenge of, I pick up a thing until I'm bored with it and I don't put it down. I just pick up another thing, which eventually it's like, oh, I have too many things. So being able to relax and, you know, have these conversations out in the open, and again develop this unicorn that sits on my shoulder that says, you know, probably shouldn't be, you know, doing that thing that you're doing, or probably shouldn't, you know, if you're going to do this thing, that's fine, but maybe you should also set this other thing down.
Yeah.
That has been a big part of, I think, my growth, even in my career. Like I remember I've gone through, I shouldn't say gone through, but I've been in two different jobs since, and I think about where I am, where I was a year ago, in, you know, episodes 1 and 2, in that job, in that role, doing those things, to now in this new role where I'm doing a lot of the same things, but I'm having to do them differently and with different contexts.
Yeah. It's interesting to think that Conduit has only been around for a year, because the journey that both of us have taken over this past year has been such a roller coaster, and I can't wait to see what the future brings. Because yeah, so when I started Conduit, I'm pretty sure it may have been a conversation that had been had with my therapist, but it wasn't. It was more of a, oh meh, because all of the, you know, the memes that went around Facebook, I didn't identify with any of them. Like, you might have ADHD if you blah blah blah, and so yeah, it's been interesting, for sure. And having Mount Betty J there to help has been really helpful.
I think that It wasn't the last episode we did. It was the one before about the face of being the face,
Yeah,
or
2 episodes ago.
yeah. It. I think that was such a moment, like being able to process the feelings of like, oh, when your job is to do this thing, and then you start and people start developing kind of their own idea of kind of like where you are in your role, where you are in your career. It it's strange because there's a part of me that like has become more aware of the ADHD folks, and I don't know if they're still on the chat or not. But I do want to give a small shout out to a new friend, Jen Janad, who actually does an ADHD in tech like Twitter space every week, and just I wouldn't have even thought about joining something like that and being a part of those like weekly calls, whenever I can. There's no commitment to it unless I had been doing this show and having a moment of like, oh wow, being able to share, how I feel, what I'm going through, those kinds of things actually has a positive effect on other people. That is like the coolest thing ever, of just being like, oh hey, I get on this show and I get to run my mouth and Kathy lets me talk. And in the end you get people that say, I relate to that. And I'm like, oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, having that connection with other people, with other humans, is pretty special. Oh, Ro, I'm so glad you have a good message. Go take a step away. We'll be here regardless.
Absolutely.
So exciting. Oh,
That's
so many
a
good questions for this quiz that I'm
I would
currently
say
going through.
spoil it, but I don't want you to spoil any of them.
Oh
They're gonna be
no,
fun.
I'm not spoiling any of this because who knows who might be listening. I mean, Steven or Mike might be in.
Oh
I
no.
don't know how to check.
I
And
don't I don't know if the I don't know if either of the beards are listening.
to be fair, they are in the same location.
Oh, they would be
So,
listening together.
yeah, or they're hanging out with each other instead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're ignoring us and having a good time.
Yeah. What is.
Oh, can I drop Kathy's Twitter? Of course I can.
Oh,
I almost said it's right there in the link, but that is not it.
nope, that's
It
not it.
is twitter.com/Mrs. Soup.
At Mrs. Soup because. Oh, I bet James' question took a lot. You're doing a great thing. Like, Kate, you are amazing. um, yeah, at Mrs. Soup because my last name is Campbell. Campbell like the soups. Parao.
Yep. Mrs. Soup on. Are you Mrs. Soup on all the things?
On all of the things except for Twitch, where I'm Super Mrs. Soup because Mrs. Soup was taken by someone that doesn't exist. So,
Oh, that's the worst.
yeah.
That's the worst.
Justin, our favorite troublemaker, backpack.
Oh man, I wish we could have like somehow gotten all of the shows to appear like whenever
Uh,
someone sends a message.
okay, you can work on that.
I am not working on that. That sounds horrible. Speaking of, yeah, I'm gonna continue to do these show promotion things, even though because I feel like our show has kind of a close feel to the cause that we're doing. The overall goal is to have people do, you know, just better in
Yeah.
life. Just better, like better in this, better in that. But just better, just butter, I guess. But
Better
we,
butter.
you know, we do this thing where similar to what we're doing now, where we have these mini accountability sessions. We do a bigger one that lasts 2 weeks. That is our connection check. Which Kathy, do you remember your connection check?
Yeah, my connection for this fortnight is to have the best time at the podcastathon
Oh
because I've
wow!
set in a really low bar
So
for
you
this
haven't
time frame.
you haven't done that yet. You're
Not
slacking.
yet.
You
I
have you
know.
have yet to have fun at the podcastathon. How dare
No,
you?
that's a lie because I had a great time recording the Family Feud yesterday, which will be at the podcastathon. So I think I'm on track to having a really good time.
Oh, that does sound like
How's that?
fun. It does sound like fun. Well, if people remember, I think mine was to do the slides for the talk that I'm giving.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
How's that going?
You
Are
know,
you
I
done?
just finished it. You know,
Okay.
it was great. You know,
Okay.
I
Great.
actually got to do a thing where I got to hang out with a bunch of friends online, and we co-worked together, and I
Nice.
took that time to
Nice.
wrap up my my slides.
Good point, Ryan. Yes, it's feuding families, legally distinct from Family Feud.
Yep.
Good call.
Yep. Not to be confused with some of the other things that we've done that are completely original and our own mind, like give us your flippingmoney.com,
Yep.
which in this case we probably should have redirected that to the St. Jude
Yeah.
link.
Listen, this is our first time. We're
We're new at
doing
this.
great. We're doing great. Ooh, I like that one. That's a good question.
I should ask the people in chat that have been hanging out with us for a while. So the idea was to do something like this more often as a perk of being a Relay FM switch on member, and giving people the ability to just say, hey, you want to come and do some mini co-working with us, we can do this. Would this be a thing that people are down for? Again, just fishing for ideas, because that's what we do is we go on recording and go, hey, it would be really cool if.
Yep.
Let's throw that back up just in case.
Oh, this is good. Kate, so many good questions you had. Unsurprising.
We'll see a couple of people that are like, yes,
Yay. Yes. Yep.
you're
Yeah.
scheduled co-working.
Wonderful, Adam.
Definitely a thing that I think we could do, and probably have a little bit more structure around it. Like the music would work. Uh,
Yeah.
I hope everybody's listening to their. If you don't do any of mine, I'll cry.
Oh, well,
Oh.
Justin, that's just a benefit, and now I'm not going to do any of yours. So what do you think about that?
Can't write code with voices in your ears. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's as I have written one issue. I'm starting to learn that of like, oh yeah. I think that maybe that's when you block out all of that admin stuff from being a fancy, app store developer. Yeah, you can send invoices and check emails and faxes. I don't know what people do when they're fancy iOS developers like you.
true. Yeah.
I'm not fancy. I'm just Scottish.
Which, that's a bonus. Yeah, Justin, backpacks are. This is a I almost said a Wednesday. It is not a Wednesday. Today is a Monday. Yeah, Maddie, I like the idea of maybe having different themes depending on what people are working on or wanting to do because like I'm going through and definitely there's some things that will take more brain structure Um, yeah.
I think if we did something like this, maybe there's like one stream a month that is the like it will be the quiet stream.
Yeah.
I almost said it'll be like we'll have the silent films and the talkies.
Oh my god. Oh, only if during the silent film ones it's all in black and white.
I can make that happen. We
All
can we
right.
can. I mean, I'll have to switch over to OBS, but we could make that happen.
Yeah.
And
That'd
every time
work.
we talk, it has to pull up
Switch to
the screen that has
yeah.
the comments on it.
Oh, I love it. So fun. All right, I'm getting a good. Oh, I need to figure out how many questions I asked last year.
All of them. Follow the conduit rule. If you wrote it, we'll ask it.
I know. Let's see. One, two. Wait, what were my notes? Why didn't I make a. Like, what do these mean? What do my notes mean? I think pink is what I asked. Yeah, one, two, 6, 7. Okay, 15 questions were asked. Yes, Kate, it is very bright, but it took me a second to remember that pink is what, like, the meaning of the pink. Because, yeah, my brain just was not processing the fact that pink is what was needed. So, 15 questions last year. We should be good. Um, and then with this question for the top one. Hi, Belle. Yes, it's true. Meanings of colors are overrated. All right. Because this will be a good. Aww. Yay! Maddie and Belle. Maddie and Belle.
How do you do Python on iOS? You don't. That's the answer. There used to be an application that you could do some Python on iOS, but it hasn't been updated in a while, and the real answer is too much work related. I mean, I guess I am working on work stuff too, so I could say you could use something like um, Code Server and have a code server set up on a desktop at home, and then you just have a URL where you can do iOS stuff. But yeah, you could do it in a shell, but sandboxing. Yeah, that's how it used to be. If you're just talking about how do you do development, I would say check out Code Server from VS Code. But with the disclosure of that I work at Microsoft, so by doing that, you allow me to do the thing. Oh, Ryan, thank you. I think Ryan subscribed to me, which what are
Uh,
you doing? Subscribe to give that money to St. Jude. I see my bird emoji, my blue jay emoji.
Blue Jay. I get it. I'm so smart.
I guess yeah, we have 5 minutes left. So Kathy, as you're getting, oh no, you just unlocked the emote. Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, Twitch doing September stuff is always a thing, and you get bonus channel points and things. So yeah, very cool. Yes, the that is the face of a bird that has looked at code that should work and it didn't work.
Oh no.
But also, if anyone's a designer and you want to design new emotes, I would not be upset.
Woo! Emotes.
But that being said, Kathy, what are some of the other things that you do so that people who are maybe finding out about you for the first time can learn more about all the fun stuff that you do?
I do so many things. Hold on, let me fix the wrapping.
Finish the question.
These. Okay, now that that is set up, I am a podcaster. Which is a good start. And then I also do photography sometimes, mainly with dancers. Photograph a ton of incredible athletes, which is great. But mostly in my worky work days, I am a business unicorn. I am the unicorn sidekick, and I help small businesses get their stuff together by helping with systems and efficiency, but also things like invoicing and client management and emails and structure and all of that funness. So I do many things, which is why I'm the unicorn, so that it can be all under that umbrella. How's that for an answer? Did I do good?
I think so. Did you cover all the 15 shows that you do?
No, I didn't talk about the shows, just that I'm a podcaster, and I don't do 15 shows. Thank you very much.
I mean, I only do 2, and
Okay, so I do 2.5. Really. I have Conduit and Roboism, which are both fortnightly shows.
yep.
And then I do Dragon Mount, which is a podcast about the Wheel of Time television show. Oh, and I guess I once a month do Spotlight.
Is it like the official like podcast about like Wheel of Time?
No,
No.
it's not
Well,
the officially official. It's the official incomparable,
okay.
Wheel of Time show.
That counts.
so that works.
That counts. You've interviewed famous people from
I
that
have.
show.
I
Yeah.
have interviewed lots of really cool people. And one of the actors said I was pretty. So there you go. What about you, Jay? What all do you do?
Yeah, so I'm a podcaster. I podcast on Conduit. I'm one of those hosts. I don't know what that show does though. They just talk about feelings and stuff and being
Yeah.
productive and not being able to even or odd or any of those things.
Nice. Nice.
And then as related to the question in chat or the comment in chat, I do Python things. I'm a Python developer and I am a senior cloud advocate at Microsoft, where I talk about Microsofty things and Python-y things. But more importantly, I get to do things like jump on streams that are for a good cause, like I should call myself a Pythonista. I do call myself a Pythonista. However, most people who don't know what Python is are like, that sounds pretentious. So yeah, I do that, and then I also do a weekly show called the Python Community News, which we've just started, where we talk about the Python news that you can't pip install, which is like the tagline basically. And we cover things like release updates, security things in the news, and we also want to be a resource for people in the community getting started.
Now the
And I'm gonna
timer's
stop
over, so you gotta
talking.
stop talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. That's it for me. So I gotta find which browser window that's in, because
Oh my
goodness, I have too many of them. Okay. And now we're at the we are at the 5-minute mark.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
5 minutes for the end of the stream.
The 5 minutes until the end of the show, when we have some of our Relay FM friends jumping in.
Oh, hello.
But I also want to shout out the folks that were able to get some things done in those couple of Pomodoros, and trying out the stopping thing. Way to go.
Yes. Proud
Yeah,
of you.
so people take a couple of seconds to just chime in on how far you got in the things that you're doing.
I have narrowed down a significant number of the questions. And also, Alex, hello there. I just
Well,
watched
hello
the
there.
Star Wars Obi-Wan introspective thing on um, Disney Plus. That was very good. Recording.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. That call that a pomodoro. That's like your recording schedule is like 3 hours though. So that's the
Yeah.
world's largest tomato.
Woo, big tomato. Speaking of which, Alex, are we recording tomorrow?
Okay. No no
No
doing no.
pressure.
Oh, let me bring us back in here. No doing admin work.
I know.
All
Oh,
right.
but they're here, so I could ask them. And
I have
Justin,
done just about
you
nothing.
went to a Wendy's,
I mean
so
that's good.
you've done things.
Oh,
Ooh, Jana,
the
yes,
best.
good.
We still have that one episode. I thought that I thought it wasn't getting released for reasons.
No, I mean there are reasons, but we don't know why. Did you ever figure out why it wasn't working? I'll text you. I'll call. We'll chat. We'll hang out. I'll have my people call your people. Yay! Notes done. Exactly. One less thing to do tomorrow. Isn't that always the goal of getting things done today? Is like having one less thing that has to be done in the future?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is the purpose of doing this is so that
Yes.
you don't have to do it later. Let me refresh this. I don't know if this is actually refreshing or not.
So I do know that there's a weird thing where the sub
Okay.
campaigns don't take longer to get to the bigger campaign
Yeah. Well,
thing.
it seems like
So,
in that time about
but
two
it did
thousand
change.
dollars have been raised, which is like I call that a win, and I will say that we did all the work.
Absolutely. Would you highlight that message from Alex? Because don't worry, I would never even dream of calling you on the phone.
Oh, I mean, isn't that what normal people do? Is do they just call people on the phone without any warning whatsoever?
If you're my parents, you do.
Oh, or
Uh,
me, I guess.
yeah, or you. Yeah. You're terrible at that. I always
No,
think,
I'm
"Oh my
just
goodness."
old. That's what it is.
Although I did have a client that asked me where I put my phone number on my business cards, to which I said, I don't have business cards and I don't want my clients to have my phone number. So, it worked out. It's fine.
So the conduitness of it, and I guess that's us being super transparent, is I will often text Kathy to say, "Hey, do you have time for a call?" Um, which usually the answer is yes, or the answer can be no. That's fine too.
Yeah.
But I just prefer to just say what I have to say and then be like, "Okay, cool, we're done," and then hang up the phone.
Which is fine because you're not calling me. I had you've stopped just randomly calling me, which I greatly appreciate, by the way. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but I am very busy. I got things to do. And most of the time, I can't do it while talking on a phone. So, nice, Justin.
I defend my calling is purely because if you can talk, I would rather not do the whole like, hey, can you talk, da 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 da, yes yes yes, okay. I would just rather you not answer the phone, and I would be like, that person is busy.
But see, if you're calling me, that means the world is ending, or it's important enough for you to have to call me, as opposed to like asking me a quick question of, hey, do you want a sponsor? The answer is yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
would like a sponsor.
Yeah, hey, do you want to donate money to St. Jude for a
Yes.
part of the podcast-a-thon? Yeah, you can call me and ask me that, and I will answer the phone every time. But also,
Yep.
I totally understand because I am the exact same way, Kathy. If anybody else calls me outside of like the five people that are allowed to just call me at any time,
Yeah.
regardless, I will also be like, why are they calling me right now?
Yeah. Of course, I now have slight PTSD from when my dad called me while I was recording a podcast, and I replied back, you know, uh, podcasting, and the call went to voicemail, and it was him having fallen down like
Oh
two
no.
weeks after back surgery, fell down cement stairs,
Oh.
and could not get up. So that was a really, really fun voicemail to listen to.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah. Well, on that note, let's like I said,
Let's
we're gonna
end with
check
an
in.
up
We
vote,
have
like a happiness.
yeah, we did it, folks. We raised us
Money.
personally, not anyone else that was doing
Yep.
any type of
Just
promotion right now.
Conduit.
All Conduit. Let the record show all of Conduit raised over $2,000 during this live stream, and this was fun. This was a lot of fun, but I wonder, Kathy, do we end the show or do we end the co-working the way? Yeah, we con did it. I love it. Yes.
Yes, we do. We con did it. Thank you, Soph. Con diddly did it. Heck yeah, we con did it, and we con did it with you all. So thank you for joining us on this co-working stream
Yeah.
thing.
And we can't promise there will be more of these, but
Maybe.
we had a lot of fun, which means we
Yes.
might do it some more.
Stay tuned and hang out in the Discord with us. We love you all, and we're so excited you were here, and can't wait to speak to you again soon.
Yep. Have a good one, everybody.